I'm going to talk today about keeping doves. They're overlooked homestead resource. They were actually used in the Great Depression as a food source as opposed to chickens because they eat very little. And they produce their own eggs and take care of the young. So doves are pretty easy to take care of. You need a pen that has enough space so that they can stretch out their wings. If you have somewhere where they can fly, it's even better. We keep some nice grass hay in there for nesting material. They're ground nesters, but if you have a nest box up high, they'll use that. But they won't have a uniformly built nest. They just kind of lay pieces of hay in the nest area in a specific order according to them. And they need a water dish that's shallow enough that they won't drown, but deep enough that they can bathe in, and a dish large enough they can bathe in. We feed them all-purpose layer pellets for chickens. You can do game bird chows, but it's not necessary. And a little cracked corn from time to time is a good treat. They need a perch, of course, because they're a flying bird. So they take care of the babies, both parents. This is the daddy bird. He takes the day shift because it's more dangerous. They usually lay 2 eggs. And this is it's very bright. It's about a week-old chick. He's just opened his eyes. This is dove's milk or pigeon's milk that they've fed him. So you can tell that they're being fed by that. So they've fed him very well. Those are his organs. You can actually see through his skin. And about 6 weeks old, they're weaned. Doves mate pretty much for life. They do cheat, though. And they come in lots of different morphs. These are ringneck doves or Eurasian collared doves. This is the white morph. They come in brown and peach and pied and of course white. And doves need exposure to sunlight in order to get vitamin D. It's the only way they can absorb it. But other than that, doves are really easy to care for. And they're full grown at 5 months old. And at that time they'll start displaying breeding behavior. You can't sex them by any other means other than behavior or chemical feather sexing. So the male has a deep throaty coo and the female has a soft coo. The male does a coo like this. And they actually will walk along their perch. That's the male there, trying to kind of intimidate the female. And they'll kind of laugh. Hee. And that's a dominance thing. And they also have an intimidation coo. They have the courtship coo, which they'll just be sitting there and cooing. And they have an intimidation coo where they'll go up and down with their head and kind of bob and try to intimidate other birds off of the perch. Or try to intimidate their wife into having eggs. If you're going to keep doves, you want to keep them. You can have a solid bottom pin. You can have them on wire. They don't do quite as well on wire, but if you're going to have wire with your doves, make sure it's small. This is 1/4 inch, half by 1 is okay too, but rats can be an issue with doves predating, so you want to make sure that they're safe. But yeah, other than that, they're pretty easy. I recommend them for many homesteaders.